On this week's edition, we're going to tell you about some really creative innovations done by a long-time downtown Fredericksburg restaurant. All right, so I'm here today outside Sammy T's at 801 Caroline Street with Al Liddick and Laura Stoner, two of the owners of Sammy T's. And we asked them to tell us a little bit about some of the very innovative ways that they're trying to boost their business amid obviously a kind of a difficult time with the pandemic going on and some of the restrictions on how many people you can have inside. So why don't you tell us just what you've been doing over the past few weeks to
Okay. You know, as you know, the city has worked with us and allowed us to use the sidewalk down Hanover Street. So we've got this really nice outdoor cafe that has been really successful and really been the lifesaver for us as far as revenues. When we first opened the sidewalk, we didn't have any inside. Then phase 2 came in and we had the 50%. Well, we're trying to work with some of the other merchants, all the other merchants that we can, and being the fact that we can only use every other table rather than just put an X on it, we thought we'd try to promote some of the other merchants and do something like, kind of creative and help them out, have the restaurant look like something that has some activity rather than empty benches. So this is Latitudes across the street. This was the Pie and Company, their dress shop. This is Dragonfly, yoga shop across the street. And lastly, we have over here Fort, that is down in the next corner.
So Al, I've seen "Let's Get Fired Up" on a few of your things, on the signs on the business. Why don't you talk a little bit about what that means and what that symbolizes?
Well, you know, when we first bought the business and opened the business 4 years ago, our mission statement was, let's make it fun, not just for the owners, but for the staff, the customers, and that was kind of our mission statement. It sounds kind of crazy for a restaurant, but you know, the good food thing and the good pricing and stuff, that was second nature to my partner here. Since March, quite frankly, our mission statement fell apart because it hadn't been quite much fun. So we thought when we get back open, we've got to get back open, and we've got to do something new and exciting. So we came up with the motto, let's get fired up. Let's get fired up as owners, number one, and then lead by example. Let's get the staff fired up, the customers fired up. Let's get the community fired up about Sammy T's being open again. And that's what came about. You know, we're back. Let's get fired up. And the fire truck was kind of all part of that. That's kind of our mascot. And you know, the fired up part, obviously, but the having fun part tied into that, because you know, delivery now became not a chore but became fun. You go to people's houses and you pull up, you ring the bell, light the lights, and people smile. And some lights. Additional to providing a good food is bring a few smiles to people's faces, and we've been very successful in doing that, both of them, and continue to be fired up and continue to grow the business back to where it was in February.
So Laura, why don't you talk a little bit about the menu here at Sammy T's? What kind of food you specialize in?
Yeah, we do specialize in all the regular Sammy T's vegetarian favorites. There are even the camper and all the old-time wonderful dishes. We also brought to the table lots of fresh fish, meats. We do homemade desserts daily, homemade soups daily. So every day I always get with our other chef on duty. His name's James Day. We plan out special work with local farmers in the area. People call all the time to see what's new cooking at Sammy T's today. So that's what we're all about. Everything's good, fresh, farm raised, and new.
Well, Al and Laura, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
It's great to see you open back up and getting fired up. So
let's get fired up.
Be sure to come down and check them out at 801 Caroline Street, the corner of Caroline and Hanover Streets in downtown Fredericksburg. That'll do it for this week's edition. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Be sure to
Thank you.
subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the notification bell to get an email each time we put out a new video.